Hey everyone, Tony George, Doc Sports, Hump Day update, free NBA play, and an update, and a little bit of a surprise for you on the Doc's Gridiron Six Pack Show today. That's right, Griffin Murphy and I tape this show every week right here on this YouTube channel. Well, today we're going to go live on StreamYard, which is my podcast deal, and you're going to be able to find the show only on Twitter and Facebook. Twitter is at TGeorgeSports. Facebook, just everybody's got Facebook. Just type in Tony George. We get past all the political ads, all that stuff going on right now, all the propaganda, and just type in Tony George Sports. I got a group page over there. The show will be live around 3 o'clock Central today, and it'll be archived there when it's over, so it'll stay there so you can go watch it at any point in time. The reason that is Mr. Murphy has been in Chicago. He's on his way back to Vegas. He just dropped into Kansas City out of nowhere. And today he'll be right here by my side because he wanted to watch the World Series game tonight with his old buddy Tony. So we're going to go to the watering hole up here and watch the World Series game tonight. But we're going to do the show live for you side by side. One microphone, two guys, 6 free picks. Raw, candid, and unfiltered when it comes to the StreamYard podcast. Okay, a lot of fun. 3 o'clock Central today, Doc's Gridiron Six Pack. At TGeorgeSports. Follow me. Come on. Okay, same thing over on the Facebook. Just Tony George Sports. Type it in, there's a group page. That's where it will be. We'll tell you everything that's going on over at the website here in just a minute. Be sure and thumbs up and subscribe so you always get every video and freebie that myself and any other handicapper at Doc's puts up here on the YouTube page for you. At absolutely no strings, no obligations, and no charge. Why not? All right, let's get to this NBA game, and then we'll tell you what's going on at the website, which we have a big play in the NHL today, so stay tuned. Yeah, those were 75% last year in 2023, and rare. We'll tell you about it. Now, the New York Knicks travel tonight, laying 1.5, total 214.5. At the Miami Heat down in South Beach. Well, everybody's impression of New York was the impression they got that anybody that tuned in to the opening night in the NBA, Boston, New York, you saw them lay an egg. Didn't play well. And I took them as a premium play. Okay? They were catching 5.5, 6 in that game. Never got off the bus. I mean, Boston ran them out of the gym. And you thought with them dropping the banner and getting their world championship rings and all the pomp and circumstance that was going around the gym and the distractions and having their families buying a bunch of extra tickets, getting their families in there, they're real people just like me and you, that they would be distracted and not necessarily put a lot of emphasis on the game against the Knicks. Well, I was dead wrong. They blew him out of the gym. Now, what New York do? So that's the impression you have of New York. You know, they got rid of Randall, brought in Anthony Towns, Karl Anthony Towns, Cat. You know, so it's taken a minute or two for that chemistry to start to begin to gel. When it does, they're going to be really, really good again. They went out the next game. They blew a playoff team, the Indiana Pacers, completely out of the state, killed them. Then the last game they lost against Cleveland by 6 points, and I took a look at that box score in depth, and Brunson had a horrible night. He went 0 for from three-point range. When he goes 0 for from three-point range with them, they don't usually perform well, and they're still working on some pieces of the puzzle. On the other side of the coin, Miami has played 3 games. They won 1. They won a couple against Charlotte. They're terrible. They won 1 against Detroit. They're terrible. They played 1 good team, Orlando, and got blowed out. And they're not a good cover team at home. I saw a number, and don't quote me, but it's like 17 and 29 ATS at home dating back through last year. And then some. I mean, they're just... And their defense isn't what it used to be. Jimmy Butler isn't what he used to be. You know, they got a great coach. I'll give Spolster's a great coach. But at day's end here, New York's got too much for them. Now, let's talk about this line. 1.5. I'm going to say this in the NBA. I'm going to say it in college basketball, which is right around the corner. When it boils down to those free throws at the end of the game, when you're laying 2.5, 1.5, and they make that one, or they make the layup with 5 seconds left, nobody covers them, they still lose by 1. You know, why would you lay 1.5 when you can play the money line? All you got to do is win. Money line minus 120. If you can play money lines at minus 2.5, you can get them at minus 135. Always play the money line. Makes sense. Now, a lot of people will argue about the added juice, those particular things. I'm not worried about the added juice. You know, we're talking 120 from 110. How would you like them to win tonight? 115, 114, and you bet them, and you laid 1.5. When you could have just laid an extra 10 cents on the dollar and you just got the win and stuck it in your pocket. That's just how I see it. You guys do what you want to do. Money line, New York Knicks tonight over the Miami Heat. Over at the website, we have, well, first of all, we got a free $60, link in the description below or tab on the website. We'll park $60 in any new account. Comes with the profit guarantee and absolutely no strings. If you've never been a member of Docs, go check it out. Ton of free information over there. Also a 7-unit NHL top pick there. Now, NHL is a very low volume sport for me. We had a winning season last year. Maybe 3 or 4 picks a week. And just cherry pick them, flat bet them, you know, usually 4 units each. And about 65% of my plays are of a total system play that I use that was very successful last year. Also, what was successful last year was over the entire season, I had 20 plays over 4 units, meaning 20 top picks. We went 15-5. That's 75%. Okay, we got one for you tonight. It's not a totals play. It's a side pick. It's a weak line. It's a mismatch. Jump on it. Make yourself some money. In Major League Baseball, how about that free pick yesterday, that first 5 innings, plus a half a run on the Dodgers, and I wanted to stay away from the game because the entire universe was betting the New York Yankees, and I didn't want to get on the bandwagon, and sure enough, L.A. jumped out to an early lead, then blew it in the 4th, lost a little free play there, and then out of nowhere, the New York Yankees found their bats. Yeah. So maybe the Dodgers aren't invincible. But there's some different angles tonight. We got a 5-unit first 5-inning play, and we have a 3-unit totals play in the same game tonight over at the website and in the NBA prop department. We're unbeaten on the year. Well, let me put a little disclaimer on that. We've only had 2 prop picks in the NBA so far. We banked them both. We got a 4-unit best bet tonight on an NBA player prop. Going to get the money easy. Doc Sports. Don't forget, Doc's Gridiron 6-pack. 3 o'clock-ish Central. Follow me on Twitter at TGeorgeSports, Facebook, Tony George Sports. That's where it will be this week with myself and Griffin Murphy, right here in Kansas City.